So now we're in another town in Idaho that you cannot move to. Ain't going to happen. Probably. What's all that about? Let's find out next. Hey everybody, Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here. You know you're a great real estate agent by your side when it comes time to buy a home, sell a home, or even relocate to the Treasure Valley. And if you are going to relocate to the Treasure Valley, there's some places you can't live, some places you can live, some places maybe you shouldn't live. Well, today we're going to find out one of those places that you can't live. And this is Fischer, Idaho. I know you're going to look at your Google Maps, your Bing, your MapQuest, and you're going to see, hey, there's Fischer, Idaho. Why can't I stop by there? Well, maybe there's just too much traffic. I don't know. No, this is it. According to one map, this right here is Fischer, Idaho, where that little gas station is. And then according to another map, this couple of houses over here on the other side of the intersection is Fischer, Idaho. So if one of those houses happen to be available, you can move in there. But you know what? Your mailing address is still going to be Nampa. Why? Well, because Fischer, Idaho just ain't here. And for some of the history behind this, let's check out the Treasure Valley Dave research team. Hit it, guys. Yeah, so our research department has been working overtime on this project. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of information to go on, but what we do have, we're going to let you know about. So Fischer, Idaho. Okay, here's Idaho. It's America. Washington, Oregon, California. So let's zoom in here to the Treasure Valley area. All right, so there's Boise or Boise, Nampa, Caldwell. Hey, there's Fischer right there. And you may have seen that when, you've been searching around for things. But have you ever wanted to move to Fischer? Could you? Let's see. Let's just keep moving on in there. I don't know why I won't stay in the middle. Let's just keep on. There we go. So to get your bearings straight, we're in Nampa. And right here is the sugar beet factory. Over here is Costco. Right there's Costco. And then there's St. Luke's hospital facility. And here's Fischer. What do we have here? Well, the funny thing is, it says it's right there. But we've got a couple different resources that say maybe something different. So Microsoft Bing, that agrees with it. There's Fischer right there. And maybe this little group of houses right here was Fischer. That's not what their mailing address is anymore for certain. But then we look at MapQuest, and Fischer's a little bit further over here by where that gas station is. So we were standing right here, looking that way. Somewhere around there is Fischer. And so what the internet says, and there's, like I said, not a lot to go on, the town of Fischer, Idaho doesn't appear to have a widely documented history, except Google found it and was able to put it on the map, and these other map providers as well. Beyond its association with Vardis Fischer, the author who was born in Annis. You guys are going to have to help me out on that one. I just don't know. Idaho and lived in Fischer for a time. So he lived in Fischer. Was it named after him? Not sure. Fischer is not a recognized or populated town in Idaho. Can you have an unpopulated town? Ghost town? Fischer's a ghost town. I hadn't even thought about that. That's pretty wild. But rather a place where Vardis Fischer, a prominent author, lived and wrote. His life and work are more closely tied with, there it is again, I'm not sure how to say it, and the surrounding northeastern Idaho. Yeah, so this Enos part, town in Idaho, that's way over, not too far from Idaho Falls. So it's not the Treasure Valley at all. So it says Vardis was born in Idaho over there in 1895. Spent his formative years in northeastern Idaho. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense why he'd be associated with the town of Fischer here outside of Nampa. I'm not sure. I also did notice too that the Oregon Short Line Railroad had a line that kind of went through this exact same area. So maybe for railroad purposes, like we saw earlier with Moss, Idaho, another place you cannot live, that's kind of what we have there. Also, one more listing on this, hometown locator, Fischer in Canyon County, Idaho. Sounds like us. What's it say? Fischer is a populated place. The other thing said it wasn't populated. Located within the city of Nampa. See? And Fischer is located at this latitude and that longitude. Fischer is located within the city of Nampa, and all census demographic data for the residents of Fischer are included as part of the information for the city of Nampa. So there, kind of a big nothing burger. So if you want to live in Fischer, sorry, unless you want to count those couple of old houses over there, maybe they are, maybe they're not, but they're still going to have a Nampa address. So you can't live in Fischer. You can't live in other places too. And you can check out one of those places we mentioned a minute ago. Do you remember what it was? It's going to be here at the end of the video, and you can just click on it and go right to it. But just taking a minute though, if you do want to live up here in the Treasure Valley area, Nampa, Caldwell, Meridian, Boise, any number of places, Maureen and I are always happy to help you find just the exact right home for you. Man, it's not just the house, but it's the community, the town. That all is part of your new home, and you want to make sure you have the right fit. We're pretty good. We got a really good track record at getting the right fit for the right people, and give us a call, text, email. Let's see what we can get together for you. So that was kind of interesting. A little bit of a nothing burger, but you know what? If you really want to move to Fischer, Idaho, I'm sorry, but the next best thing, we can get you in Nampa or Caldwell or Boise, wherever it is that's going to be the best fit for you, we're going to get you there. Anyway, we will see you guys on the next video.